Welcome back to the Ghostly Sisters! This is part 2 of the Black-Eyed Kids.
This second part video, we will talk about the only reported encounter of someone who allowed the Black-Eyed Kids into their home.
According to weekendweird.com, they received an email from a woman who mistakenly let 2 black-eyed children into her home. She and her husband ignored their instincts because it was about 2 a.m. in the morning and they did not want to let 2 children freeze in the snowy winter night, so they allowed them to enter their home.
Big mistake. She states it was a boy and a girl, no more than 8 years old, and they were both staring at the ground when they opened the door, so they didn't see those chilling eyes.
Hey, there's someone at the door! You could be out there this late at night.
May we come in?
It's too cold for you to be out this late. Come in. The children gave them an uncomfortable, eerie feeling. They felt something wasn't right. Even their cats hid from the kids. Still, they ignored their instincts. You should always follow your intuition, even if it seems crazy.
When they went inside the home, the woman went to the kitchen to make hot cocoa, while the husband stayed with the children. So he asked them some questions, curious to know why were they out this late, if they were okay, how far had they walked and such. But the kids only responded, "Our parents will be here soon." Then things turned from creepy to frightening.
When the wife returned, she found her husband with his head down. He had suddenly become dizzy. She turned toward the children to hand them a cup of cocoa. When she stared into their eyes, the feeling of dread must have consumed her, because at that moment she saw their demon black eyes stare back at her. She gasped. "Here's some hot cocoa."
When the black-eyed kids saw her reaction, they asked to use the restroom. Just then, as the children left the room, the husband started bleeding from his nose. His wife, filled with fear, started to cry as she left to get him some tissue.
All of a sudden, the lights went out. Her husband yelled out to her. As she made her way back to the living room, she saw them, standing at the end of the dark hallway. "Are you okay? Did you see their dreadful eyes?"
Yes, they're completely black. I've had this headache ever since I saw their dark eyes. I think it was a mistake to let them in.
Yes. Yes, it was. Your nose is bleeding. Darlene! According to her, she had never been so frightened in her life. They just stood there, and after a long while, the boy spoke. "Our parents are here." They walked out the front door and left.
Our parents are here.
When When the couple looked out the window, they saw two very tall, slender men standing next to a car, waiting for the children with an eerie, blank stare.
Once they left, the electricity came back on. Everything would seem to be back to normal, but it was never the same. Those creepy children were like a bad omen.
In time, 3 of the 4 cats they had went missing. Their 4th cat was found in a puddle of blood on the living room floor, as if it had vomited all of the blood out of its body. According to the vet, the cat hemorrhaged. It had uncontrollable loss of blood.
As for the couple, the husband's nosebleeds continue, and he has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of skin cancer. The wife now also suffers from nosebleeds and dizzy spells. She claims to experience other complications that she does not want to disclose. She just wants to warn you not to do the same mistake. Do not let in those mysterious, demon-like, black-eyed children.
Hope you guys liked this video.
Let us know in the comments below if you have met these black-eyed children. And make sure to subscribe to the Ghostly Sisters!